What's up, everybody? It's your favorite Shark Week's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the Sharkticon from Hasbro. And I gotta tell you, I was pretty impressed when I took a look at this guy briefly. It's on loan to me from Chris Pinkerton, if you're nasty, the man behind Crashbox Customs, co-host of Nerd Rage Radio, of Into the Realm fame, who was kind enough to let me take a look at this guy. So we're gonna look at him, but in order to do so, we need to start with accessories. It comes with a blaster, decent enough little sculpt, and zero paint on it, and he can hold that just fine. And he comes with this mace. Once again, decent enough little sculpt, no paint, little hollow there, but oh well. And it does hinge back and forth, so at least that gives you a little bit of, personality with it. And he can hold that just fine. And of course, that can tap into his backside for a tail. All right, so let's go. The head is on a ball peg. You get up, you get down, you get the swivel. He has gray paint down the center. The face is painted. He's got yellow eyes, and they're deep set because it's a separate piece. It's probably the ball peg itself, maybe. I'm not sure. Set behind it, all of that works pretty well. Tons of sculpted detail in the mouth of the shark. Tons of sculpted detail around the chest. No issues. This even looks painted to me. This jaw, as does this, with this glossy paint, the silver paint, the red. It might be because this was on a different sprue. But wow, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. We have a no, it's basically a universal for the shoulder. Get you out to 90 degrees and 360 around. Bicep swivel on a mushroom peg with a bit more than a 90-degree bend in the elbow. The wrist has a gap in it. Would have liked to have seen one little cover here with a flap. That would have just done all of the difference there. That would have made all the difference. No articulation really for the hand other than a hinge inward. And we do get some paint, though, with this bluish gray, turquoise-ish almost, maybe paint around the wrist. Same for the other side. These shark arms here, I'll be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure where they go. I'm not sure if they, when he gave it to me, they sat up here. I kind of feel like they look better sitting down here, almost hugging himself, but I don't know. Then we have this torso section. Once again, it looks like it has paint on it to me. No waist swivel, which is such a bummer, because if it had a waist swivel, it would go up a big notch for me. We have the little detail there as well. We have the same type of universals for hips, get you out for the full Van Damme, forward and back for the full Monty, pretty much. A thigh swivel, tons of sculpted detail here. All of the waffle stuff is in the back. It's pretty obvious, but that's where it is. Sculpted detail in the front. I'll take it. Ankle tilt up, ankle tilt down, in an insane rocker with a heel spur. Come on. On a Hasbro product, I am impressed. And there it is from the back. Just a really, really, really kind of spectacular effort. This is where they should be operating, right here. This is the sweet spot. They nailed this. You know, a couple little things would have made this perfect, but great Googa Mooga. They did a good job. Size comparison wise, there he is with the Cybertronian mode Bumblebee. So I think it's a pretty decent size. Maybe could stand to be a little bit taller, but not a big deal. All right, so let's get him transformed. Tuck the head down a little bit. Just little things that I need to do to remind myself. Tuck the hands in. Tuck the heel spurs in. Bring the arms out, that as you saw, kind of flip the whole backpack over. And then you can bring these, the shark arms, which I know is ridiculous, down and around. Spin this to the opposite side. And let's see. And then we're going to do what here? We have to lift this up. That's right. And then come around and peg in to there with that. And I guess that could be an ankle tilt or a double jointed knee, to be honest with you. And then this comes down. These two pegs peg into there. This piece comes around and grabs onto there. We'll bring the arms down. We'll bring the jaw up. Spin the fin, as it were. Bring the legs up. And, I mean, that's it. I'll get him cleaned up. We'll take a look at him. And there he is. I think it works well. The eyes are painted with this metallic green. Looks great. The red paint there. The purple paint comes through. The arms swivel at the shoulder and at the elbow. These work the same way as the robot arms, obviously. The tail can swivel, and we've already talked about that. You can get a little bit out of the fin if you need to. You can get the jaw way down. So yeah, I mean, I don't have any issues with this, man. I think that proportionately, maybe it's a little long in the body, and obviously this is a little unkept, but like, I think that this is more forgivable than that flap in robot mode. So yeah, I don't really have any issues. It would have been nice if we had a little bit more articulation out of the shark arms, but you know, not the biggest deal in the world. So yeah, I'm not mad at it. And there it is next to Tiger Tracks. Final thoughts wise, we shall start with the negatives. I wish that it had a flap to cover that one part in robot mode on his forearm. I wish there was a waist swivel. That's a real big bummer, especially with the amount of articulation this guy has packed into him. I wish the shark arms had some more articulation. And if I was really swinging for the fences and trying to get everything on my wish list, I wish that there was some sort of panel that covered the kind of all the robot leg bits in the flank of the shark. The shark is certainly the weaker mode of the two, which is somewhat unfortunate because I actually think this is one of those characters where a lot of people will display it in the alt mode. But that being said, it's not the worst thing in the world. And that's pretty much all I got. Positives wise, I don't know where to begin. I think it's sculpted beautifully. All the sculpted detail looks great. There's no waffles really anywhere except on the back of the legs. And even that isn't waffles in the traditional sense. The transformation is fun, intuitive, and rewarding. Did I mention the articulation? I hope so. If not, the articulation is done surprisingly well. And there's a fair amount of paint on this guy. Like, once again, this is the baseline at which Hasbro should be operating. And I personally think this should be a $20 to $25 figure. And I bet you it's not. Let me look it up real quick. No, a lot of places have it for about $23.99. I think that's a reasonable price for this. So yeah, good on them. Love to see it. In a lot of ways, I feel like recently they've really started to catch up with their own branding of G.I. Joe, let alone what they've done with Marvel Legends and Star Wars Black Series. So good on them, man. I'm not going to be upset about it. I'm going to celebrate it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.